What's up? Talking about RDL and Good Mornings today and the pull mechanics. Don't mind my wet spot. Noah made me clean off my chalk here. So one of the cues that we usually use in here is pull yourself down. And that relates to the hip flexor when we're doing any type of hinging movement or squatting movement. So what we can do, if you lie your leg down, we're actively going to pull the leg up. These are the muscles that I want you to tap into on things like RDLs, Good Mornings, squats, and whatnot. You can see back's in a neutral position. We're not rounded here, right? So the floor gives you a lot of feedback to actively pull up. So this is a great warm-up to mess around with, to activate the hip flexor, whether you're doing RDLs or like a squat mechanic here, we're actively pulling into the bottom. So as this relates to something like a Romanian deadlift or a deadlift, is I want you to actively think about kind of pulling yourself down into the bottom of the lift. Before we come up, to set your back, pull up on the bar. So between these muscles engaging here and you pulling up, that should flatten out your back quite a bit. From here, we can come all the way up, and I want you to think about using your hip flexors to pull you down. Because when we use the opposite side muscle, like bicep and tricep, it relaxes the backside. So bicep flexes, tricep relaxes. When your hip flexor flexes, it's going to elongate this backside of the muscles here. So again, it gives us a longer, and it relaxes the backside by activating the hip flexors to pull you down. So you'll find that you probably have a larger range of motion here if you activate hip flexors. Cool, so as it relates to Good Mornings, which is a similar movement, it's just an RDL with the bar on your back. We'll get this here, same exact thing when we're doing these. If you have their feet together or wider, doesn't really matter. Think about actively pulling yourself down using those hip flexors without relaxing the back. So again, this is essentially an RDL with the bar on your back. So sometimes having this feedback on your shoulders allows you to keep a more neutral spine on the way down, whereas if you have weight in your hand, it's actively pulling you into flexion, right? So you have to fight it. So both of these movements are awesome for hamstring or glute development specifically, and then also a little hamstring and some erectors and stuff through the backside. So get after it, and I'll see you in the gym.